Love, peace, and soul, Leo. I couldn't do you like that. My phone, y'all already know how it is. When I'm live, it can't hold a charge. So I'm in the car letting it charge. So we're going to read your oracle cards. And I was being nosy, right? So I pulled some clarification on the Seven of Pentacles and on the Seven of Pentacles and on the Seven of Cups, right? And you got destiny, money, and communication. Okay? With those different options that you have. The Seven of Pentacles is no. No, no, no. It was Seven of Swords that I pulled that on. And this is why I said you doing you definitely seeking the truth, because your destiny is involved, all right? Your money is involved. Okay? And those options, clear as day. You may have a older or a younger or light skin, dark skin, like they're total opposites, the two options, if you do. Okay? And then guess what? They're both soulmates. So that's not gonna I don't think that's gonna bring any resolve. Like, well, which one is my soulmate? They both are. You know, we got many. Okay? So let's read this guilt card, because that came up where it's feeling like a burden. Something may be feeling like a burden, and that's with your sacral chakra. Okay? Saint Apricot. This card indicates deep caring and protection from emotional hurt through standing strong in your emotions. There is great inner resolve here. Once your mind is made up, you can see when others have tried to manipulate you. Reclaim your life. I'm sorry, but I have to take care of myself. Apricot truly is a saint. She sets aside her own needs and happiness to help others, even allowing freeloading friends to get involved in her business. One day, her latest business partner announces that she wants to dissolve their company and split the profits. Apricot stands up to her. The company is hers and she did all the work, while the so-called partner did nothing. Didn't I just say that? Didn't I say even if there may be an aspect of, even if you're in a relationship or partnership, that your partner may not be upholding their weight? Okay? Now she will only give from her access, not from her reserve. Do not do for others what they need to do for themselves. Speak truth from your heart. Didn't you have the Ace of Swords? And it says speak up. Actions speak louder than words. Speak truth from your heart. Honesty is freedom. Any guilt is fear of being disliked. Am I giving away too much time and energy and resenting it? Is my anger really guilt? Self-care, burdened by obligations, enabling others. Didn't I say enabling? Finding personal power. Awareness, awakening, release. That's deep. That's deep, Leo. This is why. See? Back to your original self. Time to return to your original self. I'm just making sure nobody don't take my bench, because I'm going back to my bench once my phone is charged. But I can't leave y'all hanging like that. Ascended Master, White Matthew, and Danbarite. So let me show y'all the card where you can see the mandala good. Hopefully y'all can see it without too much glare. We bring you the blessing of original self. As you progress through your life, learning and growing, you gain wisdom and strength. You grow more radiant and authentic, true to who you are. And as this happens, many of the layers of identity begin to fall away. What you once believed yourself to be is shown to be not much more than clothing your soul wore for a time. Okay? So don't feel like you're being fugazi if you decide to change certain thought patterns or certain loyalties, or obligations that you once held dear. Okay? You have outgrown it. It is no longer a good fit. It constrains too much. Doesn't reflect your personality, vibrancy, uniqueness, and beauty. So you discard it. Perhaps you are able to be more spiritually naked. The sense of who you are becomes simpler. You are just you. Others may or may not get you, but nevertheless, you are still just you. You are freeing yourself from projections of others, of the world, and simply living as your original, radiant, divine self. The blessing of the original self empowers you to free yourself from the expectations, judgments, control, and manipulation of others. It helps you reclaim any power you have ever given to another to determine how you should feel about yourself and who you are supposed to be. It's like, if that was the case, it was like you gave your whole true identity, and that's why that Seven of Swords came out, because it's a self-deception. You allowed external energy to make you believe certain things about yourself that weren't true. You have tried to fit into roles. Wow, hey, what's up, Miss Melanin? What's going on? Yeah, I said Leos, y'all getting you. This is the part 2. So catch part 1 if you missed it. Okay. You have tried to fit into roles and identities in the past based on how you thought you should behave rather than how you authentically feel. At times, you have tried to blend and mold yourself to meet external expectations, and this felt constraining to your soul. You might have done it for what you felt were good reasons, but you have grown to the point where you understand there is never a reason that makes distorting who you are worthwhile. Now you are ready to break free from constraints, expectations, and projections and dare to be yourself unapologetically, truthfully, lovingly, and proudly. And let me tell you something. Leo. When you be yourself, yeah, when you be yourself, that's when you truly know who's going to love you for you, who truly loves you for you, who rocks with you for you. Okay? So there's no need to feel guilty about needing to cut certain obligations or people, or to leave people behind. There's no need to feel guilty about that, because you're being true to yourself, and that's all you can be, is true to yourself. If you're not going to be true to yourself, how is anyone else going to be true to you? If you lie to yourself, people are going to lie to you. Other people are going to lie to you. Okay? As you take that step, you are honoring yourself, and you are honoring the source, the great creative intelligence that designed you to be as you are in truth. Shaking off projections from others takes sacred anger and compassion, courage, and a will to love ourselves. One way to be empowered to do this is to remind yourself that projections are not about you. They are about the wounded fantasies of the people making the projection. God damn. These wounded fantasies prevent real connection and real love from taking place. They are an invisible wall of expectation that keeps love at bay. People will often give opinions very decidedly about others they have never personally met and know nothing about. Then there are the projections from those we are in personal relationships with, which can become so powerful that over time we begin to believe in what others want us to be rather than what we know ourselves to be deep within. If you have people in your life whom you love but who try to change you, manipulate you, or have become angry when you don't meet their expectations of who they believe you should be, you must take care of yourself. You have been created by divine design for perfect purpose. For you to be able to live your life purpose, you have to be who you are. If you are an open sort of personality, as many on the spiritual path are striving to be, you must be sure you are strong enough within, so the openness you have to others doesn't result in you becoming confused about who you are and what you are here for. Don't feel guilty about saying no to the projections of others about you. You You don't need to convince anyone of anything, nor have you anything to prove. Wow. Wow. You can say no firmly, but with loving kindness in your heart, as you feel safe and secure in claiming your true self, your true values, and your wants and needs as your own. Others may choose to live in their fear-based need to control and manipulate. That is their choice, and you must respect their right to choose. But that does not mean that you have to agree with them. You are allowed to choose to have people in your life who see you and love you for who you are. Didn't I just say that? No one else can choose you if you don't choose yourself. I'm done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. If you don't choose yourself. That's why I said you had to be real with yourself. I said you had to check your shadow, because in order for this energy to come in, there have to be things about your hidden self, your subconscious mind. Check out your moon sign, your subconscious mind, things that are not truly out in the open and in the apparent, that would attract that type of energy, or those type of people that would try to manipulate you, that would try to change you, or get angry because you're changing yourself, or you're developing yourself, or evolving yourself. Okay? And listen, Leo, you the kings and the queens. So if you are developing into your goddesshood, your queendom, your kingdom, right? And if you're in, it's like, if you're developing into your kingdom and your queenhood, right? Goddesshood, godhood, then there's no reason for you to subject yourself to people that are not on your level. Okay? So no, don't feel guilty about leaving the people that are no longer, or that you've outgrown, because it said that too. You probably have outgrown some people at this point, by this point. Okay? Everyone is not, listen, Leo, you fix sign, gang, fix sign, gang. We already know it's hard to let go. It's hard to let go of the old cycle, the old people. You know what I mean? But if you've outgrown them, you're stunting your growth. You're dimming your light. Okay? Especially if it's a partner that's not growing with you. It happens. It happens all the time. But you can't be afraid to love yourself. That's the key. That's the key to it. Being true to yourself. That Ace of Swords. All right. So this is part 2. If you didn't catch part 2, go back and catch. If you didn't catch part 1, go back and catch part 1, and it'll all make sense. Okay. And this is why maybe there's all these options coming about, because your frequency has changed. So now that your frequency has changed, people that are more on your level are going to be coming into your circumference. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, because you have a profound love. Leo is unconditional love. You love people regardless. You love people even if you've outgrown them. You still love them. You don't see it, you don't feel like you better than people. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is that if you are a big fish in a small pond, it's time now to jump into a bigger pond. Right? And be with bigger fish. It's just what it is. So you should be proud of yourself. Not feeling guilty. You know what I mean? Because you put a lot of work in. You put a lot of work in. And now it's time to put a lot of work into yourself. And then now, the real soulmates, soul family, okay, are going to be coming in. Mature people are going to be coming in. Okay. That quaint is going to be coming in, because it's communicating with your destiny. This is what, where did destiny go? This is what is meant for you. Your true power. Reclaiming your power, reclaiming your time, reclaiming your energy. That's all it is, Leo. Plain and simple. So I would like to thank y'all for being patient. Thank you for joining me. You already know how to get at me if you want a personal, look further, get more clarity. EmpressGem17 at gmail.com. And I'm going to see y'all on the check-in, y'all. Peace.